Hi, this is a tutorial on interbranch work orders. First, there are two possibilities for how you will come across an interbranch work order. The first one is that you have work that you need another branch to help with. The other possibility is obviously that you are the branch that is going to help another branch. I'm going to go over the full process, but you will likely only ever be doing half of the process. So it's not as complicated as it might seem. First, we'll start as if I am the branch that has gotten the work and needs help. So I'm going to open a work order. I'm in the service orders screen. I'm going to open a work order, which I do not do often, so no judging on how quickly I can open a work order. Let's do it from SE13, which is Lubbock case, to, yep. And we'll just go all the way through, fill out what we have to. Oh, yeah, we need a customer. Let's do a rental unit so that we can use IB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. PSSR, we'll make that me. And contact, yeah, don't care. Invoice to address, sure, we'll make it whatever the default is. Let's use not rented units. Okay, we want stock, rental. I'm going to pick this smoker trailer just because it's the first thing that came up. Loading, loading. Why are you loading? Work site is shop, but wherever the equipment is going to be worked on. So let's say branch 13 is going to ask branch 1 for help on a work order. And this is me and branch 13 setting up the work order. But I know the work is going to be done in branch 1, so I'm going to choose that's where the equipment will be. Worksite address 1. Let's see. Forgot customer PO. Let's add that. Test interbranch work order. Service area location. That should be good. I don't think I have to put a tag. So we'll save that. Go to segments. And as we're opening the segment, we will say service type. It's a rental unit, so we're going to use REN, which means, since we're having trouble with this, I'll go over it. Service type REN. That means the chargeable department should be a rental office. And we're going to, on this work order, we're going to treat it just like it is a branch 13 work order. Although branch 13 doesn't have a rental office, so we'll go with branch 1. That may have been a bad example. Oh well. Okay. Save. So there's our segment. Now, we've got the work all set up. I've done nothing abnormal. This is exactly what you would do opening any other work order, except you might fill in better or more information. And you might start adding more information in here in these other tabs. But since in this scenario I'm not going to do the work, I'm going to have someone else do it, it's almost like a outside labor and materials type thing. But the next thing you have to do is release the work order and the segment. Then you can go to Actions and Generate Interbranch Order. So this is kind of like setting up the PO for an outside labor and material. So when you generate an interbranch order, you are creating a work order that the other branch can use to put all their junk on, and it's going to charge your work order under others, just like an outside labor and material PO. So this interbranch order, think of it like a internal outside labor and material PO. Click that, and here is where you put the other service department, the one that is actually going to do the work. So I set up the original one as SE13, so this is going to be SE01. I'm in 13, I'm sending the work to 1. And you can set, if you put the correct work address and PO number on your work order, on the branch 13 work order, you can say copy, and then you don't have to, or they don't have to fill those in. Chargeable department should match whatever, the chargeable department should match the work order that you're creating. So it would be SEO1. Okay. Continue. Now it hasn't told you anything. They really ought to have a message there that says done or good job or success, something. But we are now looking at the interbranch order. You can tell because it says Service Department 1. So now you've got this work order. Note down the number, send it to the other branch and with the unit that you're having them help with, and now they have one to use. So the other branch, now I am in branch 1, I'm getting ready to do the work for branch 13. I'm going to create a segment and add whatever I have to. We'll say service type. Let's just stick to what we used in the other one. REN and RE01. You want to make this order correct in and of itself. Don't get confused by chargeable department needing to be the other branch's department. No, it's each work order must be correct by itself, and then it should work. So because I'm in branch 1, I'm putting chargeable department rental 01. If the rental unit is currently owned by another branch, you could put the other branch, but it still needs to be RE and REN. Okay. And I'm not going to add anything to it except I need to save the segment, and I need to release the segment. Then I'm going to add just one other line. We'll say bulk oil for the heck of it. And let's say the cost is 1 and the markup is 100. So the sale is $2. Let's make sure everything's working right. Okay. Okay. I think I've done everything there. Like I said, I don't do this often. Close that. And do we show? Yes, we show actual sales, other $2, estimated, or estimated cost $1. So now when we cost this work order, this is still the work order in branch 1, the one doing the work. Yes, I want to do the costing. Yes, change the status. Display. Okay. Don't need that for anything that I know of, so I'm just going to close it. That order has been invoiced now, or costed, I guess. And we can save and close. Now, as soon as I saved and closed it, it didn't. It brought me back to Service Center 1, so this is the header. I save and close that as well. Now we are back to Service Center 13. This is the original work order. I'm going to do a refresh. You will not have to do this because likely you won't still be in the work order when the other branch finishes their work. You'll just have to find this work order again when they say they're done and then look at it. But when I hit refresh, this is what you would see. You see that without doing anything on this work order, except creating a segment and making it interbranch, it has created an other charge of $2. Let's go look at it. Others. In your others, you've got interbranch parts, 0, interbranch labor, 0, interbranch miscellaneous, 2. And this is your cost and your sale. This being an internal, I wouldn't do anything here. I'd just cost it, close it, be done. But if this were customer work, you could technically mark up the work from the other branch if you wanted to, so that you got some of the profit after they got some of the profit for actually doing the work. I'm not going to mark it up in this one. I'm just going to close others and say everything looks fine, so let's cost. Yes. Yes. D. It's all good. And we're done. That's it. So to review, when we need somebody else to do work for us, somebody else as in a different service center, you open your work order as if you were going to do the work. Use the correct service type, the correct chargeable department, as if you were going to do the work. Then create a segment, release it. Then actions generate, well, it's not going to be there now, it's grayed out, but generate interbranch order. And in that generation of that interbranch order, you put the settings that will need to be on the other branch's order. where it should be as if they are doing the work for themselves, like the machine never came to your branch. So they finish the work order and they cost it, and it comes into your others just like an outside labor and material, and you cost your work order and you're done. We may run into a little more clarity on what settings should go where once accounting gets several of these to check. But this is the basic concept, and it's what we need to use rather than just using a different chargeable department, a different service department. If we do that, if instead of this whole process, branch 13 had just put branch 1 as the chargeable department and had their techs work on it, the problem is the labor cost and revenue go to one branch, but then when we post that labor, that payroll for that employee, it goes to a different branch, and we end up unbalanced in accounting. And I know everybody has been thinking it was so much easier in NDS, but we had problems in NDS, and that is the problem we had in NDS, and it was hell to fix. The last 6 months of last year, I think Service will remember all the emails I had talking about labor not matching. What we paid does not match what we charged, and that this is one of the reasons. It's because we were doing work for other branches and payroll was not hitting the same branch, so we were unbalanced. I don't know if that's clear or not, but what should be clear is this is the way we need to do it. Don't just charge a different department. That'll screw stuff up, and accounting will have more to do. They're already having trouble keeping up with all the other problems we're causing as a company, not as service department. But I guess if you have any questions or need clarification, I do suggest that you submit a ticket rather than email us, but if you must, you can email us. It just we probably won't get to it as fast as a ticket because our emails stack up throughout the day, and by the end of the day we might have hundreds, and you'll be one of a million, or one of 100, I guess.